let's talk about this here. Let's get into the content for the day. Okay, so Trisha Paytas made a new video called "We filmed a new frenemies this week, but it won't air." And I kind of want to go with the assumption that, like, maybe that's a lie. That's got to be a complete lie. Like, there's no way they actually filmed a new episode of Frenemies. What's more likely is that what really happened is that the Frenemies merch came out and Trisha wanted to help promote it by lying. And since she's whatever reason, it's totally okay for her to lie socially and get away with it. She did it. That's weird. Trisha is like so protected for some reason. I did an episode. We just did a podcast with. I did a podcast with Mama Gut on my channel called Diagnosing Trisha Paytas, and we talked about her mental situation. And the reason we felt like we wanted to diagnose her, right? We looked through the DSM-5 and everything. Obviously, we're not like professionals. She's actually a behavioral specialist, and she does look through diagnoses, but she's not somebody who has like the qualifications to actually like technically diagnose. But she definitely is qualified to look through the DSM and reinforce, you know, diagnoses. Anyway, it wasn't an official diagnosis, is what I'm making. The point is, the reason we did that is because we feel Trisha is somebody who like lies about her shit. So we wanted to get, you know, boil it down. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you feel like watching as to what her real diagnosis is. And then we had some fun talking about her. But Trisha is like a fucking enigma. Trisha is an idiot, but she is so educated on her own, on this space. Like, she's educated on how to stay relevant on TikTok, or excuse me, on social media, because she got blasted for being a bad person, being incredibly manipulative to Ethan, and she's already on like the uptick. Like, it's totally fine. And I say that because like has to be a lie. There's no way that they filmed an episode of Frenemies. This has to be clickbait. But she's gonna get away with it, and people are just not gonna care because there's such low accountability and low standards and like low expectations for Trisha Paytas that people just don't really care if she lies. So, whatever. Obviously, it's to promote the Frenemies merch. She wants to seem like the cool guy. She wants to seem like the cool guy that's like, hey, I'm nice, or the nice guy. I'm nice to Ethan. I'm going to promote this merch for Ethan's sake. By the way, I get 50% of the profits, even though I didn't invest in purchasing any of the merch. But maybe she'll say in the video that she's giving all of her merch to underprivileged TikTokers or something. I don't know. Let's get into this.
Hey guys, happy Frenemies launch day. This is all bootleg Frenemies merch. This is my bling.
Just wait, this is all bootleg Frenemies merch? Wait, what the none of this is actual merch? Wait, what?
Up version of Frenemies merch before Frenemies merch came out, which comes out today apparently, and I did get a text last night about it. I'm really hot.
This merch kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be rude, but like this merch, like I'm not trying to be mean, but like this merch is just too There's nothing particularly engaging about this merch, and the fact that it's slanted bothers me a little bit. I know that's probably for the design. I don't know. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It worked. It's all sold out though. I'm not trying to be an asshole. The merch seems like pretty low quality. The bedazzled shit would have been better. Yeah, this merch sucks. Okay. It's all sold out though. It worked. Her bullshit advertisement lie campaign worked, so.
The merch looks good. I just finished watching
people are like, I'm happy for Ethan. I'm not. Like, I just feel like that merch was completely, it was just lazy. The design was shit. The quality's good. Okay, good to know. I don't know how good the quality of Frenemies merch is or Teddy Freshman, but the design is terrible.
I didn't finish watching it.
It's lazy.
I just tuned into their live. They were live now, and
is she?
I saw Ela wearing the merch, and then someone tagged me in a photo of Ethan.
Oh, she was actually fast forward.
Cool, and it was really great, and I and then I did get a tweet that says, "Why aren't you help promoting this?" So, one
from
here
who?
I am now,
random person
promoting it. Frenemies merch at teddyfresh.com. It looks really cool. Ela looked really cool in it, and it really sucks that this is how it's
she's crying. Ela looked so good in this shirt. I'm so upset.
Watching.
Okay. Let's see if she looked that good in the shirt.
Because it is so amazing. Like the quality is amazing. The frenemies zip up is.
How do you know if it's amazing quality? Did you buy it?
It's just like the zip up that I'm obsessed with from Teddy Fresh. It was a black and tan one that
She's
they made a
really
while
just,
ago, and the half and half. And Ethan gave me his out of his closet. Like the second or third week we were doing frenemies, and it's my favorite hoodie today. And
okay,
the looks so dope.
The Teddy Fresh merch is solid.
I know people are buying it, and I know that show doesn't exist anymore, but the aesthetic alone is really cool. We actually filmed one last frenemies number 40.
I guess it looks a lot better actually on them. Like it does look better on them than it does in the shop. But maybe it's just a bad picture. It doesn't look that bad though. Okay. Okay.
That did not make it to air per Ethan's what's the word? Per Ethan's decision. I wanted it to air. I felt good about it, and I'm actually going to show you the mukbang that I filmed after. Just keep in mind,
there's no way that they filmed an episode. That has to be like total bullshit.
That like Ethan had asked me to come film a final frenemies, and I had anxiety about it like all weekend prior. This was this past Monday. Whew, sorry, I get anxious because it's been such a roller coaster of emotions, and I've been doing a lot of podcasts like as a guest where I have a roller coaster of emotions. I did a podcast right after. I did a podcast like before we filmed the last frenemies, and then I did a podcast like immediately after we filmed the last frenemies. So if there's podcasts of me coming out in the next couple weeks, and it seems like I'm all over the place with how I feel about frenemies and Ethan, like it's because I am.
What is happening?
Again, bottom line, the apparel is amazing. I was honored.
What the fuck is happening? What is
by Teddy Fresh? I think they should continue making it. On the episode, I offered once again to not.
Why would it take
any of the commission? I never even have frenemies by Teddy Fresh. I think commission. I don't.
Wait.
Yeah, on the episode, I offered once again to not.
Wait.
I think they should continue making it. On the episode, I offered once again to not take any of the commission. I don't.
All right, so on this episode of frenemies that probably doesn't exist, she's offered not to take the commission, and also like offering not to take commission. What? I just don't believe that.
I never felt entitled to apparel like commission at all. Like
yes, you feel entitled to everything. This is a
that's
lie.
Totally their thing, and
what are you talking about?
And trying to start my.
She was. We went through so much fucking Trisha shit. She went through there complaining about how she was only getting like 15% of the merch because 70% of it was going back to paying for like the materials of the merch. And she was bitching about that.
Own like clothing brand, like it's really hard and really difficult, and like I never would expect to be like, here, give me a percentage just because I'm a co-host of the show. So
what?
I still stand by that.
That's not even like logical. Like that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. She's like, that doesn't make sense. She's trying to make it seem like she would have never cared about it. She's cared about 5% that she didn't even deserve or at all, and didn't appreciate the fact that she got grossly overpaid for actually doing the show. But then, like, why would you even be like, yeah, I don't want any of the merch? Like, you should want it. It's like, yeah, I'm part of this. I'd like some of it. But, like, this whole idea that she's so altruistic and never wanted any of the money for the merch, like, it's just fucking psychotic.
I'm
putting this on fast forward.
Ethan had texted me last night then, and I haven't responded to him at all this week, but he texted me again last night saying that there was a box here. I went and just checked now, and there wasn't, so it's not like I'm not promoting it on purpose, but you'll see in this mukbang, sorry, I don't want to make this intro long, you'll see in this mukbang that I came with pink and black hair, because
it's so hard to watch her on fast forward. She just talks so fast.
That's where I apologized to him via text, and then all those videos came out, but I have not accepted my apology, or he just needs time, so I'm like, burpee, I don't want to be burpee.
Well, this is annoying.
So I felt a lot of a range of emotions, but he did say, the merch is coming out. Should we do one final episode to
I can't play this on fast forward.
And as I've always said, and I will continue to say, I'm not going to leave someone hanging. Just like we had something planned the next day, I wasn't going to leave him hanging. He had texted me.
She's doing it already. You notice how she's taking jabs at Ethan already? She's like, yeah, I never leave anybody hanging. Do you remember that one time where I was a total fucking piece of shit bitch to the people who worked on H3, and I said I'd still come in the next day? Well, that's not my fault that it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like this, she's really just throwing like all this shade here.
For a fight and was like, hey, we spent $5,000 on a rage room. Will you come film? I'm like, absolutely, of course. I'm not gonna. I just don't leave people hanging. I just don't. And this, especially this merch, like, I want to help push it and sell it all out for them. And I, again, like he's like, well, we had a verbal I don't need it. I really don't need it. I like it. I will wear it. I think it was, like frenemies was, it's such a good time. And I feel like that's why I'm like even more emotional this week. And I'm really trying.
Oh yeah. Cause you threw that away like an idiot loser. I don't know. Like you're a moron like, because you just like, you're such a self-entitled, like conceited bitch. Like I'm trying to, well, I'm being rather rude. Like I just hated that she's crying about something that she destroyed. She destroyed it. Imagine like fucking taking a bat to somebody's like fucking car. Be like, I love that car so much. It's like, yeah, well, why did you destroy it then, dog? What the hell's the matter with you?
Not to go with the back and forth. I don't want to keep going with the back and forth. And obviously, me being on podcast this week, I got heated. I'm not gonna lie.
What? One
in particular where, you know, we filmed this episode and it felt like such a relief because the hate that I've been getting on the internet is like unreal and unsurpassed. And I did the Wolf's Den podcast with Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street, and then I also did Bloodbath, which I think is coming out. And Bloodbath was filmed prior to me going on the last episode of Frenemies, and then the Wolf's Den was filmed after we did the recap episode. And you know, he asked me, well, what's so bad? You know, like everyone gets hate, and I get it. Kill yourself, you're fat, you're ugly, whatever. Like that doesn't bother me. What really
it clearly bothers
me. I get into it more on there. I don't want to get into it and be like drama here, but the stuff about me and Moses' relationships and things that are just not true and got fabricated, and it felt.
I remember where they did like a Q&A after, like on her Trisha's channel with Moses, after they said Q&As were lazy and boring, which is one of the reasons why you know, people don't like you, because you're hypocritical and you're an asshole. But also, one of the Q&A questions was like, why? What do you like about the other person? And like Trisha answered, and Moses just didn't. That was the only question he didn't answer, and I thought it was so funny because there's clearly he just doesn't love you.
So good to do this final episode because I did feel like we talked so much out, and I got an apology from Ethan that meant so much because, you know I messed up. I know I did in a lot of ways, the way I reacted and with the way I called the segment, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it was just nice.
All of it was messed up. You were messed up.
Just to hear that he had some sort of heart and like empathy. It was so always like, it's not enough. Her apology's not enough. And this and this, she tried to ruin my life, and I feel.
What do you mean it's always? You notice that people do that? Manipulative people say it's always this thing, even if it's like the first time you do it or you don't really do it. It's a manipulation tactic. Saying always, if somebody does like uses language like that, it's very manipulative, because he didn't always say apologies weren't enough. He tried to gloss through it, and then after like the psychosis or the fucking manipulative tactics were over because you disconnected from him, he probably started to realize like, oh wow, she really took advantage of me in a lot of ways.
Like I kept asking, I was like, okay, so what did I do that? And then, you know, sorry, I don't want to get all heated, but we did get into it, and it got like a little heated, but I mean, the end result was to me so beautiful. Like I started crying because he's like, yeah, I messed up on this one specific thing, and I don't want to get into it because obviously he doesn't want to air it, and it sucks because everyone just thinks I'm this horrible person. Yeah, and like, while I handle things not great all the time, like it was just nice to hear like, yeah, like that part I could have done better. Like I also messed up because it just.
Yeah, I was 95% wrong, but this 5%. But this 5%, I was right. I told you 5% is a lot.
Not to say like he's wrong, I'm wrong, whatever. It just felt so good because it felt like we were mending something in our personal lives. But because he texted me the next day and said, I can't edit it, I can't put it out, and for his reasons or whatever, I was just like, you can't rectify. There was a couple things that I really wanted to make a clear point that did not happen. That just wasn't the case. And to hear him be like, okay, yeah, that was a misunderstanding. Like that's all I would want people to hear, because it just wasn't true. And like some of the stuff that like, again, about me, I don't care, but like about like my character and how I treat people and my relationship, like it's just like I listened back. I recorded it as well, just for my own sake, just to like because I just, you know, you have a feeling, right? I've done podcasts where they like edit things and then you're like, but I thought this happened. So I'm just like listening it back to my own thing. And there was like so much comfort because like, I don't know. I know, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm sure he just probably, I'm not sure, maybe just thought he'd get hate or doesn't want to admit to any wrongdoing or something. But
wow, she just had to throw some shade in there. It's like, well, I guess he's not going to release it because he doesn't want to get any hate and doesn't want to admit to wrongdoing. So everything that she just said, where she was appreciative of Ethan supposedly apologizing, goes out the window, because right at the end of it, she stank it up by saying, like, I guess he just doesn't want people to know about it. And it's like, was there really a podcast, or did they have like a phone call conversation where they talked it out and she's just trying to turn it into like a whole fucking like manipulative narrative? This is bad. Trish is a bad person. Like, this is lack of accountability 101 right here. This is ridiculous.
But as you can see from, oh God, there's a mukbang after this, from this mukbang, like
you should stop mukbang. Like, you know what's really weird is that like Trisha does these mukbangs as an excuse to binge eat, and like I feel like it's really bad. But it's content, so I get to do it. Hey, it's okay that I do a mukbang, even though I probably have like a very serious emotional problem, or it's probably part of like my bipolar disorder or something. Which is like compulsive habits and whatnot. It's just crazy.
All the way, you know, because I was like, wow, he admitted to like also messing up like a couple times, being like, yeah, that was a misunderstanding. I messed up.
Yeah, what was it? Why don't you just say what it is? He probably just said something like, yeah, I'm sorry for sometimes being a little antagonistic, even though I'm joking. Because that's like the only thing I could see, is that he's like sometimes, I guess, pushy or antagonistic, especially when she's going fucking balloons. Or he apologized again for like the Disney thing where he brought up the sexual assault thing, or like the candle thing that Trisha didn't even realize was traumatic until after Ethan told her. I just couldn't imagine that it's anything like massively substantial.
Like, I shouldn't have done that, because there were so many things being revealed in it, and I was just like, and it was just such a relief, right? Because I was like, oh, okay, good. Now we don't have to end on like such bad terms. And then it just felt,
I find it funny that like this whole situation, she really wants it to be released to exonerate her, if it even existed at all, which I doubt it does, but I think it's just another manipulation tactic, but maybe I'm wrong. But like, she's the reason that all of this came to light. Like, she could have done all of this privately and none of this hate would have happened to her, but she was so convinced that she was right 100%, that she went off on a fucking tangent and she tried to like drag Ethan down and try to push his buttons and manipulate him. And she's the reason why people hate her, because she exposed herself. You probably apologize for interrupting her, man, maybe.
It just felt like... And I didn't feel like I was owed it, but it feels nice to have like an apology, like when everything's so public with the back and forth.
You're like, why it's public.
One particular video where it's like, I want the whole crew fired. Like, that was proven that like I didn't say that. Like, there was no, we went through text, we paused, we went through.
Why are we talking about this? This is if it was an apology, then why are you still going? Like, yeah, he said he explicitly didn't say that. This isn't her accepting an apology. This is a response video where she's making herself look like the victim. This is what she's doing, right? Because what happened here is Ethan was like, yeah, she didn't explicitly say fire them, but I know Trisha, I know the way she operates, and she was trying to like manipulate me into firing them. That's what, and I tend to believe him. What she's doing is she's saying that there's this like big apology that happened, even though she won't say what it was for, saying that, well, it's because we won't release the video. I don't want to overstep, right? And then she's bringing up things that she's frustrated about and trying to tie it together, almost as if like the apology, maybe that was for that thing, even though it probably wasn't, while she's playing the victim card. And she's emphasizing that he apologized at all, even though it was probably like barely the focus, because she's the one that needs to apologize more, and we all know that. But she's emphasizing this to really make it seem like she was right all along. We're just crazy. But she's not going into detail in any capacity. Like, she's being very manipulative again. Like, she's so shitty and manipulative.
Talks like all stuff like that. And I just didn't. And it just would have been nice to have that out there and have my name cleared from that, because I just...
Even in her apology video, she jabbed at Ethan constantly and then promoted her OnlyFans.
It just was so far from the truth, and so many other things too, and it felt good to feel like in the clear for that, and to have it come from Ethan, because his fan base is so strong and they are so sorry like, it would be nice just to like have them let up on like Moses and the people that got hate on my side, because he focuses on the people who got hate on his side, but like there was a lot of hate sent our way too. And I just want it all to end. I just want it all to be over. And I think I just want to show that I did show up. I did try to promote it. I was in full glam for it.
Wait. I'm having trouble with something here. She's saying that she showed up for an episode, the last episode of Frenemies, right? Can you guys follow me here? I want you guys to follow me here. It's very important. She's saying that there's this last episode of Frenemies. Maybe there is. Maybe there is a last episode of Frenemies. But she's saying there's this last episode of Frenemies that solely existed to promote the merch, right? And then she says that she doesn't have any of the merch. So if you really did a last episode of Frenemies, then wouldn't you have the merch that you would have assumed, I would assume, be wearing in that episode? Does this make any sense to any of you guys? None of this makes sense. There's no way that there was, I mean, maybe, but I doubt that there's no way that there was a fucking episode of Frenemies and that she doesn't have the correct merch. There's no way. Unless she burned it, but there's no fucking way. Hey guys, we did one last episode of Frenemies specifically to promote this merch. By the way, I don't have the merch somehow, even though 3 days ago we did it, and they would have had the merch. Why wouldn't, if they didn't have the merch, then why would they do the episode? It doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense to me. None of this makes sense. There's no way that this is true.
If I had the merch now, I would wear it, and it looks beautiful. And
why don't you have it?
And
did you eat it? Sorry, I am objectively more obese than her. But like, what the fuck?
So it was the perfect closure for me, but then to not air it because it showed like a little bit of fault on his part, I just felt.
Oh, dude, do you see this scum narrative? To not air it because it shows fault on his part. She's saying that the only reason that Ethan didn't air this imaginary episode of Frenemies is because it would make him look bad. Like, this is so manipulative, bro. And the like ratio is getting better. You notice that? People are buying it.
It gave me all the feelings again. I'm just like, oh gosh, like it was like the perfect closure I needed, and then it's just kind of like, no, just kidding. Like,
why do you need it in public? In fact, why did like I would imagine? I don't know, bro. I feel like this episode couldn't have happened because I you know, I'm not the biggest fan of H3, but I feel like if they did have a Frenemies episode that they didn't air, he would have said like, yeah, we had an episode, the air is clear, yada yada yada. Whatever, but oh, Trisha's not so bad, we made up. But the fact that he didn't say that, and the fact that she somehow doesn't have this merch, doesn't make sense. It suggests to me that this didn't happen.
I'm not gonna air and basically just try to shift blame on other people. Basically, and then it's just kind of like, no, just kidding. Like, we're not gonna air and basically just try to shift blame on other people.
What the fuck is this language?
I don't even know. I'm gonna post.
Oh, she's such a victim,
I'm such
bro.
A mess because it just really.
How many ad rolls are in this video? I have fucking YouTube
like the
big prime thing.
The episode after we got through talking about what we had to talk about, like it felt like.
It's just a repackaging of the same video of just blaming everybody else for her for her problems.
I don't know. It obviously felt really different, right? But it felt just
normal.
It felt good to like wrap it up on something positive. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't care.
I continued eating healthy. I had some salad.
I don't care. You should probably eat worse because I don't really care. It doesn't matter.
Like, I wish he would.
Hey guys, I ate healthy today. By the way, I have a mukbang later today. Yeah, Trisha, thank you. You can't even be honest about your diet. Like, what the hell is that? I mean, I'll be honest. I eat like shit. I bought $70 worth of Domino's yesterday. By the way, is not a lot. You guys know that. It was like a one pizza and cheesy bread and chicken and lava cakes. And I shared it with my girlfriend. It was $70. Jesus Christ. I'm not going back to Domino's. Just letting you know.
Even if you didn't release the episode, at least clear.
You know what's sad? Once I found out that their last episode of Frenemies, I think that night I went to Domino's because these motherfuckers promote Domino's constantly and it really bothers the hell out of me. Domino's is not that good. Like, they also didn't put enough chicken on it. I was like, hey, give me chicken and pineapple on my pizza. And they're like, okay, we're going to give you like 2 pieces of chicken. Fucking ruined it. I'm never going to Domino's again. I'm sorry for venting. And this is also my venting space. Mostly because you guys probably find it more enjoyable that I'm talking about Domino's than Trisha lying and manipulating everybody in the audience.
Clear what I wanted clear.
You guys probably feel worse for me than for Trisha. Worse for me for having a bad bit of Domino's than you do for her lying.
As far as my name goes, because I just... Like, again, I usually can take hate, but it's just like...
Oh,
it's beyond hate. It's like... We've had the police called to our house to check up on Moses and just, like, crazy stuff.
Why? Are you hitting him again? Like, why would that happen?
I just want that to end. And like,
thank God for Moses is okay. I hope.
Like, okay, we both kind of messed up. And that's not the narrative that the internet has, and that's...
Wait, hold on. Did she say they both messed up?
Just want that to end. And like, I feel like there was this sort of like, okay, we both kind of messed up. And that's not the narrative that the internet has.
Well, that's because that's not the narrative in general, right? I'm not the internet. Personally, I'm on the internet, but I'm not like a representative of the internet. I'm a representative of common sense. I think that most people who enjoy my content enjoy me for that. Ethan might be a kind of responsible in some senses, as like, 5% responsible, and you're like 95% responsible. In fact, you're probably like 195% responsible, and he's like 5%. You've somehow gone beyond the 100%, barrier that would generally be appropriate.
And that's, and I honestly, at the end of the day, don't care. But it's like,
more of her downplaying. It's more of her downplaying her responsibility here.
Showing up to her house, and it's like,
I enjoy you. You're so hot. Thank you.
Enough is enough, but anyways, I don't know. It started off to be positive. The Frenemies merch looks so dope, and I'm so sad that
I didn't get it, even though we filmed the last episode of Frenemies specifically and assumably wearing the merch. I somehow don't have it. It looks so dope, though.
That it's over, but it is over. It's done and done. After
this could have been 10 minutes, Trisha. This could have been 10 minutes, girl.
I just lost all authenticity and
how many mid-rolls are in here?
And stuff that I liked, like working through and healing stuff, because it was just me and him. And
you weren't really working. You would just melt down and then you'd have a fucking conniption, and then you would work through that and not learn a lesson and then do it again a month later. Like, you guys had like 3. What are you talking about? Like, there's no mid-rolls. I'm fucking surprised, probably because she got called out for like 13 of them in her apology. Bro, excuse me. This is ridiculous. That she just said that a pattern of the show was for her to have a meltdown. Basically, this is what she said, and then for them to move through it. The show isn't your therapist, Trisha. Get a real therapist. Get a real fucking therapist.
There's like no mediator, and we were still able to work through it, and it was like difficult, and it just like sucks that like
he even had Dr. Drew, like an unqualified individual, come on and make you seem like you were in the right after your meltdown, one of your meltdowns. And I remember watching that going, ew. Like, this is boring. And it's very clearly this guy's no fucking clue what he's talking about. He most likely got paid to say nice things about Trisha so they can move on. Trisha could have her fucking ego stroke.
Because it could tarnish his image a little bit, because there was misunderstandings and he did do some things wrong.
I doubt that if a magical imaginary episode exists, I doubt that Ethan would be embarrassed to take responsibility for the areas that he was wrong in. There's no way. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that Ethan would do that. I just don't, because I've consumed Ethan. I'm not even a big fan of H3's content. This isn't even coming from I'm not even a fanboy. I don't particularly care for the content, but like I just don't read him as that person. I think he's a generally genuine person.
It just doesn't want to be out there. I guess I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're not sure, but you keep saying it's because he doesn't want to take accountability.
Okay. That's it. This is the
which is ironically is you not taking
frenemies.
Accountability. Wait, what?
The mukbang we filmed what to do. Okay, that's it. This is the mukbang we filmed after the last episode of Frenemies.
Wait a minute. What?
And for context, we filmed July 5th.
Wait. What?
And we're live.
Wait a minute. This whole entire frenemies plug was a double plug for us to watch her do a fucking mukbang. How fucking disingenuous do you have to be? What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Also, she said they filmed this on the... Wait, she said they filmed this on the 5th, right after frenemies. But they always film that on a Sunday.
Context we filmed after the last episode of... Okay, that's it. This is the mukbang we filmed after the last episode of frenemies. And for context, we filmed July 5th. So, yeah.
Wow. This is like the next level of scumbag tactic. Okay, guys, I'm going to say that there's this probably, and maybe I'm wrong. This is the most likely. I'm going to lie about this episode of frenemies. Blame Ethan for not putting this episode up because he said he was wrong for some small things, assumedly small, while she was majority wrong. Somehow she doesn't have the fucking merch that they're supposed to be promoting. That's they would wear that. And then I'm gonna play, you know, the fucking 20 minutes of this episode is gonna be me eating food with my fucking fiance. Like, what? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Trisha's a fucking idiot. All right, let's watch it at double speed because it's gonna be nothing. But like, maybe something will happen.
Just went to the house off.
Bro, how the fuck do you use a phone for a mukbang? Like, you're in your... Like, I would understand why you would use a phone. Anybody in the audience. Trisha's not a new content creator. Why is she... She's in her car with a fucking AC blasted. Using her... This is ridiculous. This is why nobody watches your fucking content, Trish. Because you'll spend $80,000 on a fucking bag, but you won't spend like a couple $100 on a decent like mic setup for your fucking car. This is ridiculous.
I'm not here anymore, so in fact, I do not.
Like, you could get like a little microphone. Like, how do you not have better production quality?
I was really excited about it, and it did not happen. All right, so we filmed. What does it sound weird about it? I don't know. I don't even know how. I think it was good.
Maybe they did really film frenemies. I'm having a hard time believing it.
I feel good about it. Who knows? We just filmed it, so I'll probably put this out maybe after it comes out. So I don't know what the outcome is if people are still hating me, but it kind of doesn't matter. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, because I'll put it out after. Like, Ethan said he forgave me, which was a huge thing for me. And yeah, it was. I feel good, not great. I still feel like...
How is this a mukbang? She's just eating a fucking salad. Is this her mukbangs or her eating a piece of food?
The resentment, because it was only 2 weeks ago. He had a Freudian slip and said months ago. Or it's been months now. I'm like, it does feel like it's been that long.
I don't think that's a Freudian slip. Freudian slips are generally you exposing yourself for a particular thought or feeling. But he just said it was months ago. It was just a mistake. You're just saying words now, Trish. Oh, not now. That's what you always do.
Yeah. The whole thing's just sad. I think that's like the ultimate. As the whole thing just kind of ended sadly. I don't know.
Why is Moses not in the video? Why does Moses sit quietly near Trisha when they make videos? Did you notice that? There was a video she made a while ago. I never was able to release it. But like Moses just sat behind the camera and she just didn't really address him until later on and he didn't talk at all. It was so creepy.
At least you guys fixed it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. I think the best we can for now. I know time always like makes things less.
Maybe they really did film an episode of frenemies and they just felt like it wasn't a good episode, so they're just not going to do it. Okay. I mean, now that Moses is here, there's an actual person I might believe. I
know. He also put a lot of... Him and Hila both put a lot of, like, time and effort into Teddy Fresh people.
What?
Merch, so
put your shirt back on.
I wanted to promote it. It's kind of a... It's just such a hard promote now if the show doesn't exist, like, but... I know I still want to wear it. It's like a good memory. It's just really sad. It's just really sad because, like... I didn't want the show to end.
This still doesn't explain why she doesn't have the merch. If they actually went there to film an episode of frenemies, then why doesn't she have like merch on her? I don't understand. Like, why? If it was for the merch, to me, this suggests that this may not have been an episode of Frenemies at all, or it might have just been like that they went to talk it out. Maybe, I don't know. Something's not adding up.
It sounded like Ethan didn't want to, but it's just I didn't want the show to end. It sounded like Ethan didn't want to, but it's just
you're just a bitch, yeah.
But just meant to be. Timing. I don't know. I feel like I'm always like...
You don't know? How does she not know? This just proves that she has no accountability. I don't know. You're why it ended. You had a fucking meltdown.
I always have this regret after like something ends, but we are family, so it's never really gonna end. He did show me something. I'm not gonna like tell him say what it was because I don't want to like put this on blast, but he did show me something that, and he's like, I would never do that to you. Like, he showed me something that could have happened that didn't, and this person.
Well, like he could have sued the shit out of you for defamation of character?
It's like right here.
Fine.
Do you know what I'm talking about? When he showed me that thing, he's like, oh, maybe you don't know, but he showed me something that like would have like devastated me, like really like hurt me. But he's like, I would never do that to you. Like, I'll tell you later. Okay. And just, that meant a lot. I almost texted him just now. Oh, we just left. So I didn't want to be like that person I just texted, but anyways, it just meant a lot that like he didn't. It could have been just like an attack back and forth, but ultimately, like, I wanted it to end. He wanted to end, and like,
you've said on multiple occasions that you didn't want it to end afterwards because you realized that you fucked up.
I'm always embarrassed that I let it like go that far. In the grand scheme of things, when we talk about other people that are doing like illegal things and like frauding people with crypto coin and texting minors and doing like in the grand scheme of things, like our stuff is just so stupid and it gets blown out of proportion. But
well, it's because you've done the really shitty manipulative things a lot. Yeah, for sure. Like, yes, we understand that compared to trying to talk to kids, this is not as bad. Absolutely. But you're also a bad person, and you're constantly displaying it, and every single time you have a friend that lets you in, and then or they let you into their life, you just destroy them. You're just like a toxic cesspool, bro.
I'm a self-admitted drama queen.
It's always her, like, hey, I fucked up really bad, but look, this person's worse. And she always just tries to, and it always works, though. It always works. These videos get better and better like ratios as time goes on, if you've noticed. Like, dude, she just always points the finger at somebody else. Once she sees something else that's worse, she's like, yes, I thank God James Charles is back. She's probably like flicking her bean to it because it's like, this means that she gets to point the finger. Or Gabby Han is under fire again for being like another like worthless asshole piece of shit. And Trisha's like, yeah, see, that's worse. And it's like, yeah, that is worse, but you're still a real scum fuck. Like,
I do think he's a little bit of a drama queen, but not in a bad way. I think we're so similar. Maybe he doesn't want to hear that, but
Maybe it's drama entertainers.
It's fun to gossip. Like, towards the end of it, we talked about YouTubers that we always talked about, and it was just kind of like fun. Like, that's what made me miss it.
I'm gonna fast forward this, even though we can't hear it, because I just can't listen to this fully through. I know people watching this video are gonna be like, yeah, I agree.
Like, not just talking about drama, but being dramatic. Like, dramatic entertainer.
Yeah, you are dramatic.
I feel like I'm unintentional. I really feel like I'm unintentionally dramatic because I don't like being dramatic. It causes me so much stress.
You're always
but at the same time,
dramatic.
it's just my flair. It's just what I have going for me, and it is what it is. And I kind of like creating a stir.
Hey guys, I don't like being dramatic, but it's just my thing, it's my flair, and I like creating a stir. You can't even be consistent in one fucking sentence with 8 words in it, Trisha. I don't understand. You're so annoying. It doesn't make sense. You're just so... you're just... Somebody just bump into her car with a bicycle. You know, like, just something that won't hurt her, but will bother her. Something.
But then it gets to go too far, and then it gets to be too much, and not just with us, but just other things. It was like, okay, but it was fun. But it just reminded me at the end, like we were talking about drama, it was like the Jeff Wood thing, for instance, like that really like was weighing on me, and kind of made me like scared, and I was like, oh my god. But I'm like, oh, it's just all just. Don't become really guys, but it's all just nothing. It doesn't matter. Right?
What about the bicyclist? That's true. Maybe the bicycle. Maybe it's a haunted bicycle, or something.
You know, I was thinking about the frenemies clothing, and it's not just, like, it has its own aesthetic that people like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is, I see that aesthetic around, so it's not just wearing it because it's frenemies. It's just, it's a really good aesthetics.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always said the best hoodie freshness up was that tan and black one. And I remember Ethan gave me his out of his closet like the first or second time we did frenemies. It's like my favorite hoodie. I was so honored they were gonna do a frenemies one like that because they could have done whatever they wanted. Like, it is a really good hoodie. It's good quality. I hope people buy it. I told them, I even said, like, you should just continue doing frenemies. It's kind of like this like nostalgia. There's like this thing, and like the aesthetic is cool. Like if they continue to do like a raincoat hat, black hat, that'd be dope, but the other only going with Teddy Fresh. So it was always going to be an honor anyways to have frenemies merch, but I'm still going to buy it because I want, they said it's 71, but I want to get like 20. Seriously, it's going to be like a collector's item.
There's no way that they actually, I just don't understand. There's no way they did a last episode of Frenemies to promote the merch if she doesn't have any merch on her. Something is not adding up, especially since they're like, oh, I'm going to send you the merch. It's just not adding up.
Gotta keep it off Poshmark though. My mom will see it 5 years from now. There's some nostalgia to it. Well, for me anyways, and I buy a lot of merch, so it was interesting.
You do. You're the one person that has everyone's merch.
Literally everybody's, even if I don't know who they are. I just buy merch off Android, and I have no idea who these people are. I was just buying merch. I like merch. I think it's cool. That's why I want to do my own. But
It'll be the opposite of Android, just calling sad merch.
it'd be like sad hater, like fan joy.
No joy.
But there's a fan, right? Like a fan.
Right.
So the opposite of fan is hater.
Oh.
And the opposite of joy is sad. So be a sad hater.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It's really good. Sad haters.
That's good merch, then haters can buy it. I'm a sad hater of Trisha Paytas. I'd buy it.
That's an interesting concept.
What is?
You selling merch to people.
You just express this ridiculous idea for merch, and then your fiance says that's an interesting idea, and then she goes, what is happening, dude? Is this like the normal everyday conversation of the two of them? This is fucking insufferable. I would have been like, what do you mean what is? I just told you, we just had this fucking conversation. Are you not there? What? I mean, maybe that's just my Long Island coming out, but like, what the fuck?
People that hate you, that is about hating you.
Yeah, I like it. Anti-Trisha Paytas Club.
Yeah, no, I just want you to understand, Trisha. Like, if you're gonna, so her idea is to make merch that's like, oh, like the anti-Trisha Paytas, so she could profit off of the haters. You don't matter to people. Well, you do, unfortunately. But I wouldn't buy it. Like, I don't like you. I guess I'm a hater, but you don't matter enough for me to like buy that. Like you don't really matter. You know, you're just something fun to like look at and go like, ah, this is bad. This is a bad thing. Isn't it funny? This bad thing. It's kind of what we do. You know.
Just my face with a. How was your non-salmon salmon salad? You're so disappointed by his salad.
No, I mean they have good salads. But
you thought it was like, here, let me show. You thought it was something.
I just thought it's like the picture was like.
Oh, it's a salad.
Like a salmon fillet, like a piece of salad.
Oh, here's a Caesar salad or something. Wow, thanks, Trisha. This is supposed to be a mukbang, and they're just eating a fucking salad.
To kind of, you know.
This is literally her just trying to like throw this in here. There's no way that there's no fucking ads in this video.
They didn't want to leave any traces. So you don't know how big it was or whether it even was.
Or it was like in a can.
But,
That's good.
yeah, I mean the salad is good though. I mean,
Yeah.
They do have like it's just good fresh vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Feeling we're so hungry.
I was getting more just because I'm supposed to start at noon, but
He's like, oh, it's not happening. He's like, where are you? I'm like, at your house. It was so funny because I was so worried about it, and I got like glam. I got my frenemies wig. I was like, and then if it was gonna happen, I was gonna look really stupid with this wig on today. Well, I got frenemies glam, and we're not.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's a look. Like it looks so beautiful. It's not necessarily frenemies. Because your hair.
I don't like that she keeps taking her shirt off her shoulders. It's really making me uncomfortable. I think that like it's really making me uncomfortable that she's taking her like she's like like, hi guys, like just casually, like why? It's weird. It's not hot in the car. We can hear the air conditioning blowing.
It's not like just half pink, half black.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a sophisticated.
I had looks planned. I had like 6 wigs made. I had a curl wig made that was half black, half pink. I'm wearing all curl style.
She had 10 wigs made for this.
But I'm wearing Teddy Fresh today, so I'm trying to send peaceful vibes to Teddy Fresh. Hila, we actually met a girl at Chop Stop. Her name was Hila. And she was really. I said, "Man, mom," and she said, and I forgot what I was supposed to say after that. And I was like, "Go home."
It's funny. You know so much Hebrew, but I get it. Like I would forget too.
I forget. I don't know what to say ever. I should. Yeah, I used to tell her when she left. I didn't even remember that. I was like, "Wait, what?" Oh, I didn't even tell you. Someone that knows someone I know knew someone that just went traveling and died of.
Why do people watch her videos, bro?
COVID.
But what?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was like vaccinated. Like COVID's still a real thing. It's so scary.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, people still get it. You just supposedly the reaction won't be as bad.
Well, he died, so.
So you went traveling and you know where?
Mexico.
Wow. Well.
I know. That's what I told him. There's a guy we know that just came back from Mexico, and he said it was going to be shut down. It was going to go back to red.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like parts of the world that are not vaccinated, it's a huge problem now.
So scary.
But I'm not like ready to fully travel yet.
Well, just so you guys know, apparently, Conor McGregor knocked out Greg Hardy in the first round in the MMA fight. So thank you for watching my video about frenemies. That's the most interesting piece of information you're ever gonna hear in this video.
Well, not until Dear Evan Hansen opens up on Broadway in December. They open up.
No, I mean within America, it's fine.
Right.
Within like other countries.
That's so scary.
I mean, it's amazing. I'm really happy that.
I really just zone in on her fucking lips. Like, what is this? Like, what is happening? Like, if you just like what? Here's my alert. Like, what if you just covered that? Like, are these her real lips? Like, what is happening here? I'm just so confused. I'm so confused, dude. It just looks weird. What did she do to herself? It looks like she's like put her mouth in a Snapple bottle and like sucked in there, and then like
the way it's been moving now here, like everyone gets vaccinated, numbers are down, no masks. People send me messages. They're like, "Wow, it's so inspiring to see that you guys went back to normal. Like they see us living our life." And I get messages even from like I think it was from Australia or somewhere that I thought they were.
Oh, McGregor hasn't fought yet. Sorry.
They're like, we're back at lockdown.
Sorry for the misinformation,
and
guys.
It's so crazy to think that people are still in lockdown now.
I don't know how MMA works. I don't have a dad. I don't like sports. Let me just.
Crazy times. Be safe.
Yeah, great.
We get vaccinated, but it's so scary.
There are 10 mid rolls. Somebody told me there are no mid rolls. Fucking liar, asshole. You fucking liar.
Anyways. The last time we used the last episode. Well, there was a what's it called? A stipulation, stipend. What is it called?
Stipend?
Is it stipend? No, stipend's like a fee you get, right? I don't know. Contingency.
You can call it that.
Oh, you know better English than I do. I don't know. There was a thing that frenemies would come back, so there was a slight off chance. And honestly, it'd be good for everybody if it happened, but it also might be very unlikely. So if you want to see what that is, I won't spoil it.
But I was thinking while you guys were talking about it. Oh, you're gonna spoil?
No.
Okay, but I was thinking that.
But
so there is an interesting chance.
Yeah, but honestly, truly, I do think everything happens for a reason. I do think that. Because it hurts in the moment and it sucks, but it does. Everything seems to happen the way it's meant to. And obviously I did have frustrations that I just did not communicate and express, and maybe him.
I don't really think that's... I mean, that's like a girl thing. Everything happens for a reason. I think that things just happen. And, like, you're justifying your horrible decision. Just saying, everything happens for a reaon. What I did wasn't so bad.
Like, you know, he said he, like, realized over time, oh, maybe you are... Whatever, you know? And so, I think for the best. Ethan's gone very, like, I don't know how to say, like, politically correct, and not a bad way. You know, there's people who like, it's not bad. I don't know. Like
Trisha's criticizing Ethan for going politically correct. Like, yes, Trish, he did, but that's a weird criticism coming from you as someone who like tries to be politically correct, and like you are in love with like the children on Twitter and TikTok, like saying yes, you're right, and so is Ethan. But like, what the fuck? It's just a weird criticism. This just seems to be like she's just trying to attack Ethan, because that's a criticism that she gets that Ethan gets from old followers, and like I would make that criticism. Hey, you're going too politically correct. Yeah, but this is just weird.
He's very more like doesn't want to offend people, and I feel like I'm just offensive. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I feel like
you come with a trigger warning,
right? That boy does. I find offensive people entertaining if it's not done with just complete malice and hatred and evil language and stuff like that. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I just feel I don't want to become so censored. Not that that's what it was becoming, but you do have to censor yourself when you're so well liked. So I think what I was trying to say in that, but maybe I'm still miscommunicating this, is like there's comfort in just being that person who just says, oh my god, she just says whatever she wants, you know, because it's like
right, you're not held to a higher standard.
Yeah,
but this doesn't
like that. And we both
you're not held to a higher standard. Thank you, Moses, for letting us know we knew that she's not held to any standard. But no, like Trisha, this is the weird thing about Trisha, is Trisha wants to be the politically correct person. She just wants you to believe her psychotic fucking perspective on things. Like, what the fuck? This is so weird.
Specifically, for me, I didn't like being that because I'm not holding myself to a higher standard. All I can do is like, I mean, I've done shitty stuff in the past, but it's like,
what?
I try to be funny with my offensiveness, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I think we're just very different directions, but I really do love Ethan. I really do love Hila. Like, I really hope in time we can still like hang out with them. Like, I think so. I think today felt really good, and
look,
my brain's fucking melting, dude.
Once you guys don't work together in
Yeah.
that way, then there's nothing else to be upset or fight about or have any issue about. Then you just a very normal. That's like family, friendship. and it's actually more fun. There's no tension.
Yeah.
There isn't the whole thing about working together or
money or
no, but also the tension of like we're to make this show work, this and that. Like he has his work, you have your work. When you get together, it's basically time off work.
And in a way, it's nice to have like an ally. Sorry to make you off, but like it's nice to have someone like in the space that's like a friend, an ally, a family. Because I know for me, I mean, I have no issue if he wants to talk about me. I was always flattered when they put me in the thumbnails in H3, friend, families, whatever they want to put me in. It's fine.
Bro, what are you talking about? You're the one talking about him constantly. And then you responded, and now you're trying to shape the narrative like, oh, it's fine if he talks about me. It's like, shut up. And then you'd have a meltdown if he talked about you anyway.
I don't know when people talk about me. Obviously, I like being talked about. But for me, in no way, I'll always be Team Ethan in his battles. I think, you know, it's just like one of the, and I hope he's like that with me, you know, because it is a little bit of a bias. He's family. We did this show together, which was amazing. And I feel like I'll always be a little more Team Ethan than anyone else. I like Shane. Kind of has a ride or die for Shane. I can honestly say I think I'm a ride or die for Ethan. I don't think that was the case maybe a week or two ago, but after today, I was like, you know, he's pretty ride or die, so I'm ride or die for him. I don't know if he's ride or die, but I'm ride or die for him. Where even if he's in the wrong, I feel like I'll still support him because he's family.
Why would you support somebody that you know is in the wrong just because they're family? That's ridiculous. I guess you would believe your friends and family over other people, but like what? Whatever. What am I doing?
I don't know. And I'll be like, next time there's a Steven Crowder, I'll be like, haha, demolish Steven Crowder. Right?
Ethan destroys.
Yeah.
Are you hinting at you think that Steven Crowder might have been right or something? I mean, I guess I kind of took Steven Crowder's side a little bit because I thought Ethan was a little bit disingenuous by like accepting a debate. But like whatever, I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna be that too. I'm gonna just jump on any. I'll be Team Ethan for sure. So I think it was good. I don't know. I'm so nervous though because I'm so nervous. I always think something goes good and then like I hear the comments and it's always like not good. So hopefully
I'm pretty sure Trisha would leave Moses like that to fuck Ethan and be with Ethan. Like she would totally.
I know people are sick of seeing me on there, so hopefully it just at least like calms everyone, or people will get riled. Like you said, some people don't even.
Great mukbang, Trisha. You ate a third of a salad. That was a real entertaining mukbang.
We'll eat it later. Anyways, I don't know. Ethan took more of a chance having me back at all times. Like don't have Trisha not back in the sense of just an episode. So hopefully he doesn't get canceled. I'm already canceled. I'm already down here, so my babe's in the trenches with me. I don't know. You got brought. Don't drag Moses out. You got dragged down to the trenches with me. I'm so sorry.
I don't feel like I'm in the trenches.
Oh, okay, you're the balloon. I'll cling to you. That's my float. That's my life support. Be like, oh.
We're in a river.
Okay, I'm in the trenches and you're the water flowing through.
Yeah, some people see a ditch. I see a river.
I like that. That's a good analogy. Unless they throw dead bodies in the river.
Well, at least they're both fucking stupid, I guess. This is mind numbing. Kill me, please.
Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico. I'm gonna go to Mexico, as referenced earlier.
And that's it. I weighed myself in the morning, and I was the exact same that I was Friday. We're gonna make meal last weekend, so I just gotta keep working out. We're gonna make better choices this week. We're gonna get grilled chicken, corn, steaks for the grill.
Corn's actually not that good for you, just so you guys know. It's really not. You're better off with like a green, like broccoli or something.
It's very good.
Turning me on with all that sexy talk. All right.
Uncomfortable.
Love you guys, and give me my gum. No, I used to do that when I was a kid to somebody. Who did I do that to? I would spit your gum. Maybe my mom will remember. I think I'd always tell people to spit their gum out.
All right, finish it. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Wait, did she just pull her?
Somebody, who did I do that to? Cheers.
Oh, I didn't know that. We never did that.
Oh, she's just fidgeting.
Cheers to frenemies, your probiotic drink. Is that good?
Yeah, it's like lemon ginger.
Right. Okay. I feel good, not great. Let me know what you guys think about frenemies. I feel better. Love you guys. Bye.
Wow, that was horrible. What a waste of my fucking time to actually watch that. That was terrible. I'm sorry for anybody who actually watched that with me. That was terrible. That was mind-numbing. There was just nothing logical about that entire fucking conversation or anything in this video. I don't understand. I don't know what this box is here. I don't know. Is there like dildo in there? I don't fucking know. This was fucking. This sucked. I'm sorry. Fucking Jesus Christ. God damn it. What a waste of fucking time. Hey everyone, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. All links are in the description. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me even more than you already do. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.